5 minutes of Basia, I am telling as one of the last Holocaust survivors my memory, how I miraculously survived, and now I brought to this world 3 new generations, but my family completely was killed in Auschwitz. My 4 siblings that I before showed, Lolek 17, Marisha 7, Hilush 8, and baby Dorechka. This went straight to Auschwitz, but my parents somehow were separated with force from them, and they marched along to the crematorium, and my parents survived the war. They didn't see each other, my parents, for nearly a year, didn't know that they are alive. Everyone was in different concentration camp. My mother stayed in Auschwitz until the death march, and my father was in many different Mauthausen, Gusencamp, Finsteichen camp, and they broke his bone, and he broke his nose. He suffered torture. And I didn't know that I will, after war, still find my parents alive. And it was just a near miracle. And I brought new generation because I married. But I finished when I went out from the Kamionka ghetto, and I started to look for my lost brother and sister that were hidden in the hiding of the small Shrodula. I hope you will not get confused that I just was hiding and how I survived after coming out of small Shrodula and arrived in a new ghetto, Kamionka. I didn't know I was looking for my brother Mendel, Maniek, and my sister Judy. I didn't know because they went out from the hiding separately from me. I couldn't walk anymore. I was 11 days without food, without water, and I knew that I will not survive coming out. I didn't have the strength. Somehow God gave me the driplets of water that were running from the house, and I went out and I told this story how I crossed the big field that separated the Polish from the ghetto. Now I was on the street from Kamionka ghetto, where I miraculously arrived, and I was looking for my lost brother that went out without me, with my sister Judy. I never will forget that the next day, after I went to see again to the Sędzia Kownacki, that we saved his life when the German came, because they were looking for intelligentsia. He was a Gentile judge, and we kept the Sędzia Judge Zenek Kownacki with our children and family under the bed for 10 days, and we nourished him. And after the 10 days, it quieted down, and the Polish, German government stopped looking, and he went out and went back to home. He said he will never forget how he saved his life. But he did forget, because when I went out from Camion Cagueto, and I went straight to him to ask him if my sister Judy and Maniac came to his house because he was looking where to hide again when they left Schrodula. And he said yes, he saw them, he gave them some money, and he told them they cannot stay in his house. He gave out a sandwich behind the door and told them to leave immediately the house where he was living. I didn't have